Good evening. Welcome into the Zuffa Boxing post-fight show, and what a night. Gentlemen, I'm Molly Karam, and I'm here with Antonio Tarver and Ring Magazine senior insider Mike Coppinger. Guys, Zuffa 1 is in the books. Let's dive into the action. Antonio, what did you take away from tonight's event?
Oh, the event itself was amazing. I got to take my hat off to the matchmaker. He knew he wanted every fight to be close and undecisive to the end.
Yeah, that's what sticks out to me too, Molly. You know, often when you see these undercards, you see fighters that are just there to lose, to get knocked out. And I think what really separates these shows from the other shows, at least through one fight, Molly, or one card, I mean, is that these fighters are on multi-fight deals. You know, they have some protection there. They know they can sell out, and we saw that all throughout the night.
I want to dive into Callum Walsh's performance, gentlemen, because a lot of people talked about it's not if he wins, it's how he wins. Did you feel like you saw enough from him?
You know, I know it's difficult when you're fighting with a new trainer. He was with Freddie Roach, you know, the Hall of Fame trainer for a long time. This was his first fight, Molly, with Marvin Somodio. And Marvin Somodio told us that he wanted to see Callum Walsh as more of a boxer-puncher. So we saw that. We saw him using the jab, more patient approach. But I think I want to see Callum Walsh ratchet up the volume next time, vary up the punch speed, and really go for the knockout more.
Did you feel like you saw a different Callum Walsh?
Well, you know, to be honest,
because the trainer change is a big deal.
Nothing's perfect in boxing, and we always striving to be for perfection. But he's going to have to put this fight under a microscope, be honest with himself, and know where he can improve at. Work hard. He got to get back in the gym, and I think he has room to grow in advance.
All right, we'll put a pin in this for now. Much more in just a bit. We have Heidi Androl standing by with the one and only Dana White.
Thank you very much, Molly. Well, Dana White, congratulations. You remember UFC 1. How do you compare Zuffa 1?
Yeah, well, you know, I would say UFC 30, which was our first ever production. We had never done production before. Lorenzo Fertitta was here with me tonight for the first one. You know, we know a lot more than we knew then. Am I absolutely thrilled with our first one? No. We have a lot of work to do this year. Tonight was a solid night. The fights were great, and watch what we do over the next year. We're just going to get better and better and better.
You mentioned the fights were great. We start early with a couple of lightweight prospects. You got Troy Nash, Robert Merriweather III. I love the fact that these guys are going to the PI. They're taking advantage of the opportunities. Then you get up the card to start the main card. It was Julian Rodriguez, Kane Sandoval, everyone looking forward to that. Who impressed you the most tonight?
Well, you're right. You know, people don't really get what we do here and how big it really is until you come to the campus and experience it like the fighters have this week. So, you know, off this experience, we think we're going to get, like I said, in my first ever interview for the UFC, we are looking to bring in the best fighters in the world, you know, make boxing more fun, not just live, but on TV for the fans, and, you know, grow a sport that's been, you know, one of the biggest sports in the history of sports. So tonight was a solid night. Yes, there were lots of great fights tonight, ton of great prospects. Off the top of everybody impressed me. Without singling out anybody, we're the bells and whistles guys. I say this all the time. The fighters have to come in and deliver, and tonight they did for our first event. And I think as we start to get, you know, our
the rhythm, right?
Our shit together, I would call it. You know, it will just get better and better. And as the fighters start to come into Zuffa boxing and feel like this is their home, it's all gonna, you know, it's just gonna get better and better. I'm excited.
I mean, speaking of home, I've obviously been in this building for many, many years, and to see the amount of people here tonight, and I've heard that that's gonna grow up towards 1,000 people in the coming months.
Yeah, in May, we'll be able to do 1,100 here. We'll have 2 sky boxes. We have concessions. We got great bathrooms, everything. This is a real arena now. So, yeah, we're gonna do some fun things in here.
It's a real arena. A lot of guys calling for a Zuffa belt. Will there be a real Zuffa belt?
There will be. Yes, there will be a Zuffa title. We're gonna have to determine, you know, who fights for the title, and, you know, that'll all play out over the next several months.
All right, real quickly, UFC 324, T-Mobile Arena, obviously Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett. We heard even Sean O'Malley, Sugar Sean O'Malley is in the co-main event. He said he'd like to headline a Zuffa boxing card in the media this week. Will there ever be crossover like that?
When I wasn't in boxing, I hated the crossover. Now that I'm in boxing, I hate it even more.
Okay,
So
I was going to say, are we going to go, like, I know you hated women in MMA, and then Ronda Rousey showed up. Will that ever change, you think?
yeah, that's a little different than the crossover in two different sports. I don't love it. Listen, will there maybe be some cases where I think it makes sense? It's possible. I'm not going to, box myself in a corner where I say I'd never do it, but I don't like it. I'm not interested in it, and it would have to be a very special reason to have me do it.
Fair enough. We will be right back here in the Meta Apex next Sunday. Thank you so much, Dana White. We appreciate it. Molly, back to you.
Thank you, Heidi. And if I know anything about Dana White, gentlemen, he is just getting started with Zuffa Boxing. You had this story 6 years ago.
Yeah, 6 years ago, Molly, Dana White gave me a tour of the UFC PI and the Apex, the Meta Apex now called. And Dana had big plans even back then. And yes, it may have taken a little while for it to come to fruition, but never a doubt that Dana White would see it through. He's always been a big boxing fan. And if you go to the UFC PI or the Meta Apex, you see it's kind of like a museum of boxing, right? There's Mike Tyson photos everywhere. So Dana's love for boxing shines through, and I think he's going to do a big vision and see it through.
I want to say one thing. I want to also let the fans know that I gave Dana a text in 2018, and I told him, you're the perfect guy for boxing. If you ever want to get in this sport, I'm behind you 100%. And I showed him that when we was in Vegas the last time. So.
And we took step one tonight, and we had a lot of star power in the crowd tonight. And one of those guys is a huge signing here at Zuffa Boxing, who we'll be talking to in just moments live on set. That's Jai Opetaia. And I understand, Mike, you got a little info for me on that situation.
Yeah, look, Jai Opetaia, one of the best fighters in the world. He's the Ring Magazine Cruiserweight champion. And look, I'm told that Jai Opetaia is going to have the opportunity, like other Zuffa fighters, to bounce between Zuffa Boxing and also the Ring Magazine Riyadh season shows. So a lot of opportunity for fighters of Jai Opetaia's skill level, and I think it's going to be very enticing. Bam Rodriguez is a free agent out there. His trainer and manager, Robert Garcia, had a few fighters on the card. So I think there's big plans in store.
And with that, look who's here, the champ. We so appreciate you. And we cleared things up because everyone pronounces your name wrong, and we're just going to get it on the record. Opetaia.
Opetaia, that's correct.
Opetaia,
Yeah.
we got it. I don't have the accent, but I'm trying. So what impressed you tonight? You were there ringside. What'd you think?
Yeah, I was listening to you speak over there, and like they say, the undercard is usually a lot one-sided and stuff like that. But this, man, I learned Mexicans got a freaking chin on them, bro. Holy heck, fuck, tough dudes. But Walsh has got some awesome skill. He's obviously got some growing to do, but it's it's good to see where this is. This is the first fight night. Mm-hmm. This is the first one, so how exciting. I'm pumped to be a part of it. I'm pumped to be here. So let's go.
Yeah, you've dominated the cruiserweight division. Why was Zuffa the right fit for you to take your career to the next level?
I think Zuffa's going to be a new chapter. You know what I mean? I feel like they're here whether people like it or not. And it's exciting. These are new avenues for kids, and as you can see, new upcoming stars. So it's something to be proud of. Something to be proud of, to be amongst it. But yeah, man, and I really hope these guys. Well, I'm convinced these guys can get these big fights over the line. So that's why I'm here. I want to be the first undisputed Zuffa champion. I want to hold that one too, and that's going to make you undisputed from now on.
Yeah, and Jai, look, you're one of the best fighters in the world, one of the biggest punchers in boxing. We saw what you did in your last fight in December against Hussein Sankara, and I think you're going to be the first of many, right? But you're really the first major star to sign. You're already a big attraction in Australia. What kind of star do you think you can become stateside too?
Man, it's exciting. I mean, I don't think of myself as a star. Like the superstardom sort of stuff. I'm a world champion. And I look at those two different things. I'm here to become one of the best fighters I can be and win the world titles and become undisputed. I'm chasing to be a famous superstar, you know. But obviously the accolades sort of come with it. But like I said, man, I'm chasing unification fights, and I want that Zuffa belt as well. Zuffa belt.
Jai, you have been destroying guys. When are we going to get to cover one of your fights? When are you making your Zuffa debut?
Well, I'm actually making my Zuffa debut on the 8th of March here in the same arena, man. So I'm pumped to be here.
Okay, let's get it.
Yeah, man, let's go.
Absolutely. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, you haven't fought in the U.S., is that accurate?
Not as a professional, no. So this will be my professional U.S. debut, man. I'm
How
excited.
exciting is that?
I know, here in Vegas, you know, people from my neck of the woods, we dream of stuff like this, you know, to be on big cards, and it's a massive opportunity for me, and I'm ready to go to war for it.
How do you feel like Zuffa's approach has been different compared to other promotions?
To be honest, I wasn't sure about it, you know what I mean? I've actually earned more respect for Zuffa boxing than Dana White being here. You know, I've spent a week at the institute at the UFC, the sporting place, and man, the team environment, the way he looks after all the fighters, it's sort of made me respect Dana White more, you know, from what I've seen with my eyes. Because, you know, you don't know until you see it yourself. Everyone can say this and say that. So what I've seen so far, it's something to be excited for, you know what I mean? These boxers coming up through the ranks, you know, my whole career we've had to sort of keep an eye out, you know, there's snakes everywhere. Who's trying to take advantage of it, you know what I mean? But in here, it's pretty black and white. We got it on the contract. Let's do it, man. I'm proud to be here.
Well, I can't wait to cover your fight on March 8th. I can't wait for your Zuffa debut, your United States debut. It's going to be an honor. So appreciate you being with us.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. And
thank
speaking
you,
of
Jai.
Dana White, Paramount Plus is the home of combat sports. Tomorrow night, Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett clash down the street at T-Mobile Arena as they kick off a new era in the UFC.
One of the most exciting fights you'll ever see on the biggest stage on planet Earth.
UFC stars are out. They don't come much bigger than this.
These are the moments that the fighters live for.
Here we go.
Justin Gaethje, the human highlight, the most violent man in the sport.
Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, undefeated in the UFC, but this is the toughest test.
Got something on
Welcome back. Opening our main card tonight was Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez with a big win, his second straight win over an undefeated opponent. What did you guys think of his performance, Julian Rodriguez?
You know, I think it was probably the performance of the night, Molly. Once again, Julian Rodriguez scored an upset, second consecutive fight against a 17-0 fighter, and he won going away, I thought. He was a slight underdog in this fight, and, you know, uppercuts, hooks, jabs, he showed everything in there, fighting off the ropes. So I was very impressed, and I want to see more of Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez.
Most definitely. I think his energy was right where it needed to be. Landed some great shots. I like his work off the corner ropes, though. He was beating them to the counter punches, and he won every exchange almost in this fight. Great performance.
Back-to-back wins over 17-0 opponents, both as an underdog. Have we been underestimating this guy?
Well, he's definitely on his square right now, and he's looking to get into the contention. He's going to be a tough out for anyone. You know what I mean? Still got to get in tip-top shape, and this, you know, that threshold is one thing that those young fighters are going to need to get familiar with.
Cop, he fought less than once a year the last 5 years. Obviously, this big win tonight. We know Zuffa's going to keep him busy. How important is the activity?
Activity is everything in boxing, Molly. I mean, you see so many times that these fighters fight and they get a big win, and then you don't hear from them in the media, and you don't even see them fight for maybe another 12 to 18 months. And that's just rust that accumulates. It hurts their stock with the media and with the fans. So I think the activity is one of the most important things that you can have as a fighter.
I want to get into Cain Sandoval really quick, if you don't mind. He showed a lot of heart, obviously a lot of pressure, a lot of will, maybe a little less skill. What did you take away from his performance?
Well, when I first saw his body, when he came to the ring, I thought that his condition would kind of slow him down, and I think it did. He got to get in that tip-top condition. And a lot of times, they don't know where that level at until they're shown and directed there. You know what I mean? That's where the experience comes from, in the camp and in the corner.
Yeah, and Molly, we've said it so many times, right? When you have a multi-fight deal and you know you're not going to get cut or released, you can fight like Kane Sandoval did and go all out and sell out as a pressure fighter. And yes, he lost decisively, but I want to see more of him. This is show business. This is entertainment. I was entertained, certainly. And he has things maybe to go back to the gym and work on, but very exciting fighter, and I want to see much more of him in the future.
Julian Rodriguez told us he's a one-gear fighter. Did you feel like you just saw one gear tonight?
Yeah, it looked like he was in one gear. Did not have a lot of variety to his game. Like I said, Rodriguez was the most energetic fighter in there. He never matched his energy. So he's going to have to really learn how to create the leverage that he wants on his punches. He's landing, but they wasn't effective as they could have been. And again, that's perfection and that's practice.
What do we need to see from both of them to even take a bigger step?
Well, like I said, they got to be matched right, and they got to get in tip-top shape, championship condition.
Yeah. What about Misael Rodriguez? Let's get into the co-main event. What did you think of his performance? Obviously experienced, he was calm, he was relaxed. What stood out to you?
Yeah, all of that for sure, Molly. And Rodriguez, he has the pedigree, of course, as an Olympic medalist. He's Mexican, so that always helps with boxing fans. And I thought he was pretty aggressive. That was a bad right eye injury on Deonda. So, to me, I'm not a doctor, of course, but he was saying he had double vision. That could be a serious injury, and that's obviously inflicted by Misael Rodriguez's accurate flush power punching.
Yeah, his first stoppage win since 2022, and obviously we wish Austin Deonda a speedy recovery and want everything to be okay with him. Your thoughts, Antonio?
Well, I did think Rodriguez, that pressure, bro, someone's going to have to put that jab in his face, because if they don't, he's going to back them up, put them on that back foot, and land all kinds of effective shots as he did tonight.
What do you think of him as an opponent for Callum Walsh?
That would be a good contest. When you're looking at an Olympian, that type of experience. And I tell you what, we was just mentioning the jab. If Callum Walsh don't throw that jab, I don't know if he can stop Rodriguez from putting him on that back foot.
Thoughts on that? I'm just putting, my matchmaking hat on real quick, guys. A little side hustle.
You're a quick learner, Molly.
Listen, I'm trying. I'm the rookie here. I'm the rookie with the vets. But yeah, anything else on that fight from you?
Yeah, look, I think that actually makes a lot of sense, Callum Walsh against Misael Rodriguez, and we thought we were going to get that kind of nonstop pressure from Ocampo, right? That's what he promised, and I thought he was too patient in there. But against Rodriguez, I think Rodriguez would certainly apply the kind of pressure that would really give Callum Walsh the flexibility to really shine and show what he can do with his power punching.
All right, right now we are going to go to a live presser. We'll be right back.
Callum, congratulations on the win. Seemed like a grueling fight in there. He certainly had a hell of a chin. But talk to us about your thoughts and your feelings on your performance tonight.
Yeah, I felt very good. Compared to the last fight, I felt a lot fitter, a lot better for the 10 rounds. Still wasn't too happy with the performance, but at the end of the day, he's a solid veteran, who's fought good fighters, been in there with the best of them, only been beaten by the best of them, and I think I had a pretty much a shutout, really. There was a few times where I was getting caught with weird. He was very awkward, he was doing weird things that I was like, I didn't even know what to do. You know what I mean? And I'm a fella that I just make it up half the time when I'm in there, and it was a bit tougher than I expected, but he had a good chin and he was a good opponent.
At the end of the day, you are still on your rise in your career as a boxer, though, so to fight these unorthodox guys and learn these lessons is what you need to be doing at that moment. So for that, are you grateful for the performance tonight?
Oh yeah, 100%. As long as I get the win, I'm definitely grateful for the experience, the opportunity, and yeah, I'm only 24 years old. People forget I'm 24. You know what I mean? I'm fighting grown men. Even though, but you know what I mean. It's like I'm still gonna get stronger. Better each fight, and overall I was happy with the experience.
Obviously, look, you've been sort of branded the poster boy of this new venture by Dana White. Talk to us about the entire Zuffa boxing experience this week. Fighting in the Apex tonight, obviously the expanded Apex, and talk to us about the whole thing.
It was unbelievable experience. The standard over here is way above anything else, that I've ever seen, and it's just an honor to be here, to be part of it, We got good fights tonight because Zuffa and the UFC, they want every athlete to be at their best. You get the whole fight week plan, you get the meals, you get access to the best facilities, and that's what it's all about, there's no big favorite here. You know, everyone's taken care of, and they want every athlete to be at their best, to have the best fights, and yeah, I'm very grateful for it.
You kind of answered it there, but last thing from me. If there were boxers that were kind of unsure about joining Zuffa, right? You've heard the criticism, you see what like Dana gets accused of, all that. If you were to tell other boxers, like, this is what you're missing by not joining this performance, like, this is why you should join Zuffa, what would you say to other boxers?
Yeah, we just tell them exactly what I just said. You know, this is really what it's all about. You know, they genuinely care about the fighters. You know, they don't necessarily care who wins the fight. You know what I mean? There's no, like, oh, we want him to win. It's like, we want good fights. We want everyone to be in here and perform. And I would definitely encourage up-and-coming fighters all around the world to come and join Zuffa. And this is going to be the new era of boxing.
Right here. Can I just get your thoughts? I know you said you enjoyed like the whole experience and stuff, but when you're fighting in such a small kind of venue, going from Allegiant to this, and some of the fighters that were in here said at times it felt a little like sparring, and then they had to kind of turn it off because it was so quiet in there and they can hear all the corners.
Yeah, it didn't matter to me, you know what I mean? I fought in worse places than the Apex, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, it was very good. I enjoyed it. You know, it doesn't matter to me whether there's a million people there or there's one person there. You know, I'm still going to go out there and try my best to perform. I didn't feel any different, you know, in the fight. I didn't feel like, oh, this is weird that it's quiet or anything. I kind of enjoyed it. You know, I could hear everyone, I could see everyone, and I think it was cool. It was a cool experience. You know, the Apex is somewhere that I've been multiple times for UFC fights, and to fight in there was, it was unbelievable.
Was there a bit of a head clash in there? So were you shaking your head because it seems like the referee was kind of counting as a knockdown or something?
There was a couple of them, and my balls are fucking up inside me. I was gonna be pissing blood after this.
I was gonna ask, like, what's it like fighting in a fight like that, where like you're constantly getting fouled in there?
I don't know, but I won't be happy until that much.
Cal, was any part of you surprised that he didn't drop with all those overhand lefts he kept landing?
Yeah, I was very surprised. I was very surprised that I wasn't putting him down, you know. But he's been dropped a few times in the past, you know. But like I said, it was different. It was different events, you know. It wasn't at Zuffa where they're helping you with the weight cut, they're giving you the meals, they're preparing you to be your best, you know. So I think this was the best he ever was tonight because, like I said, Zuffa helping everybody to be. On other shows, he might have been a massive underdog that was pushed to the side, you know, and left to be at his worst, you know, given last minute notice or given the underdog treatment, whereas here it's all 50-50. So I think I got the best version of him tonight, and it was at 160 too, you know, I moved up in weight. He was heavier, stronger, so yeah, you know, I landed some good shots, but yeah, he's a tough fella.
How did you feel about the fight kits? Because I know a lot of guys like to have their shorts and get used to them and things like that. How was the fight kits for you in there?
I like it simple, you know what I mean? I like to just walk out there, get the fight over and done with, get out there and have a fight, you know what I mean? It's like the fellas get too caught up in the walkouts, the outfits, to be having stuff hanging off them, you know what I mean? And just get out there and fight the man, you know what I mean? It makes it more real for me, you know what I mean? It brings it back to the gladiator times, you know, where there's no fancy shit. It's just two boys thrown into an arena and a fight to the death, you know what I mean? And it's good. I tried it at the end, you know what I mean? I tried to stand and bang, you know, do the Holloway Gagey thing. There was fuck all landing, you know what I mean? But I tried it, you know what I mean? I tried it. I tried to make it entertaining for everyone, but yeah, the fight kits, it doesn't matter. I like them, you know, nice and simple.
And then, I don't know if you got to see too much of the co-main event. Misael Rodriguez, is that possibly a guy that you can match up with down the line?
Tell me when. I'll fight in the next one if they want me to, you know what I mean? When is it? February 1st? I don't know if I'm allowed by the doctor, but I'm ready to go, you know what I mean? I love fighting, I love being here, I love being part of this, and I just want to keep fighting and fuck what everyone says. I just want to just keep fighting and keep winning and keep getting paid.
Callum in the back. You're just 24 years old, but you've had a really unique trajectory as a young boxer. Been at Allegiant and then here at Apex. How do you prepare for these different environments in your camp, and how did you see your career going even at this point, and how is this so different for you?
Yeah, you know, I prepare the same for every single fight. You know, I just get in the gym and I work hard, and as long as I'm prepared to my best, you know, I can fight anywhere. I can fight anyone. You know, I really believe in my ability. You know, it doesn't matter who I'm fighting. It doesn't matter where I'm fighting. I just love to fight. I really do. You know, I love to fight. Training is tough. You know what I mean? It's hard work, but it's my job. But I really enjoy the fight. I love fighting, and yeah, it doesn't matter where I fight. I see my career going just constant fights, constant wins, hopefully. And if not, at least I'll go out there and entertain and come back to fight another day.
Callum, Elaine Castro here. Congratulations again on your win. How does it feel for you to kind of kick off this new Zuffa boxing? And what did you think? How was your experience? And how do you feel in this moment?
Yeah, I'm very grateful, to be kicking this off. I think it was a successful night. I think it was a good card, hopefully everyone was happy with it. I think it's tough, when it's the first one. Everyone has very high expectations, but you can't go out there and have mind-blowing performances every night, but I think it's going to continue to grow, and a lot more fighters will sign over here, and I think it's just going to go all the way to the top, and yeah, I really enjoyed it.
You said inside that you're never really satisfied unless you get a knockout. Why is that?
It's a long night when you're in there for 10 rounds, you know what I mean? I like to get it done quick, yeah, there's no better feeling than knocking a fellow out, really, you know what I mean? I don't know if you've ever done that before, but if you have, it's a good feeling, to knock another man out, but yeah, I don't know. It's nice to get it done quick,
Yeah, for sure. The first couple of rounds literally looked like a chess match. How long did it actually take you to understand Ocampo and figure out his timing?
I don't even know. Yeah, I was just in there just trying whatever I could, trying to land a few shots, trying to get him out of there, trying to knock him out. Maybe a bit too hard at times. That's what Marvin told me after. He was like, you're trying a bit hard, sometimes, and maybe I just need to let my hands go a bit more. He was very awkward. It was hard to figure him out, because he was just so awkward. He was doing weird things, and yeah, but I was overall happy with the performance. I don't know if I really figured him out because I didn't knock him out, or stop him, but yeah, it was a good fight.
What was the most awkward thing that you felt that he was doing?
Just his punches were weird. They were just coming from weird places, that you can't really, I can't even explain it. I have to watch it back, to be honest, but yeah, and he was kind of getting very low, and hit me in the balls a couple of times, which didn't feel the best, but what can you do?
There was a couple of point deductions and a little bit of rough exchanges. How did you stay composed when things got a little messy?
I don't even know if I did. Did I say composed? I presume I did. But yeah, I don't care about getting hit. I don't care about taking shots. I probably should care a bit more. My coaches tell me not really to get hit too much. But I have confidence in my chin. I think I'm tough. And yeah, maybe we'll work on that a bit more. Try not to get hit as much the next time. I feel like I say this after every fight. But yeah, it's going to be a fun road. I'm going to keep trying to entertain and keep putting on good fights.
I want to pick up where he just was. He talked about that knockdown, kind of the lapse of concentration. What did you think in that moment?
Sometimes, when we in a fight, we don't have the balance that we think we do. He just got hit on the shoulder, but because he was out of position, his gloves touched. And I know he probably was sick for that. I twice had they ruled that my glove touched that never touched, so I know how you feel.
And it never touched, of course.
Never touched, I promise.
This was the first time we saw him at 160. Yeah. What'd you think?
I think he filled out very well, Molly, at 160. I think it's going to be a great division for him. He looks like he's healthier. He told us that it was an easier weight cut for him naturally. So I think that's all great. And I think Callum made some good points there in that press conference. Ocampo didn't apply the pressure he said he would, and I think that makes it a little hard to have those counter-punching opportunities. So, look, I think Walsh has a lot more to show, and he's right, Ocampo was awkward.
And Walsh moving up now, he looked like he was about 160, but we don't know how much Ocampo weighed tonight. Right. He looked like he was about 175, and he was taking up those power shots, so his weight really aided him tonight.
Is he ready to gate crash the top 10 at 160? Or do you still need to see a little more? Because we talked about this earlier. It's not just about Callum winning, right? The Dana White protege. Yeah. It's how he won, et cetera.
Well, I think he's still a work in progress. It's still a few levels that he needs to climb, and all that is forged in the gym. So he's going to have to get a real good teacher that can really be patient with him and show him the things that he's missing in this game right now.
Gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I am camped out in Vegas because we have fights next week. Your girl's not going home. I can't wait. I know, right? Sunday, February. I got work to do. I got to watch this tape. I got to clean things up. I'm locked in. I'm the rookie, like I told you. But here it is, Zuffa Boxing 2. We've got an incredible main event. Jose Valenzuela, Diego Torres. Talk to me, Antonio.
Oh, Jose Valenzuela, I believe one of the most experienced fighters on this card. Even though he has 3 losses and 14 wins with 9 knockouts, he's faced some of the bigger names in the game, Gary Russell Jr., Chris Colbert, and Edwin De Los Santos. So he got his hands full with Torres Diego because he's 21 and 19. We're going to see if those 19 knockouts are real.
I want to talk about the rest of this card. Do you want to do like a spelling contest real quick with some of those names? I know about tough last names.
Yeah,
Talk
look,
to us
Molly,
about what else is exciting you.
This is truly a stacked undercard, and I'm not just saying that because we're on this show. I mean, these are all 4 of those guys are world-class fighters. Radzeb Butayev, he showed a lot against Amanta Stanionis a couple of years ago, and now Sergey Bohachuk, he's coming off the loss to Brandon Adams in the rematch, but he gave Virgil Ortiz all he could handle. A lot of people thought he won that fight. And when you talk about Alexander Vozdik, right, he's the former lineal light heavyweight champion. He's rated number 9 by the Ring magazine. So you're talking about a world-class guy. And then, of course, the guy he's fighting, Hadrod Kalajic. I think I got that one right, Molly.
You got this.
He's a quality fighter. He gave David Morrell all he could handle in 2024. So I am pumped for that one.
So I can't wait. We'll be back here again Sunday, February 1st. And I just want to say again, thank you guys. It's been so great. Our first night. I'll see you next week. We'll be back in a week. Paramount Plus.